Okay, guys, I have so exciting news. On the Steam page for I Was a Teenager's Exocolonist, they said that they were gonna be making plushies. I'm so excited for that. So, I guess to celebrate that, let's get back to the game. And we are starving. That's right. So, well, we can check to see if there's anything around, maybe? There's Tammy, Tangent, Anemone, Mom, Dad, Deez, and Cal. Well, we need to be working on the farm and stuff, so we'll do that. But what we do have is withering, and we don't have much food to be able to feed the colony. But we have to work as hard as we can to make sure that everyone has food. There. Yay! 3 stars and super goal! And now it's the wet season, and I see a mushwood log at least. And I guess we'll see how everyone is doing. What do you think of my hair? Mars asked, fiddling with the end of one of the twists. I see you eyeing it. I'm growing it out. She sighs and buries her face in her hands. It's so boring here. I am literally watching my hair grow. Well, you could try working. That might make you not so bored. Tammy, how are you doing? You spot Tammy carefully portioning out pieces of dense, hard bread to the children who seem to be perpetually hover around her. Eat it slowly and drink lots of water, she says, looking each one of them in the eye. If you suck on it long enough, it almost tastes like a soy sweet. She straightens the dust off her hand on her skirts as you approach. Hello, Solanna. How are you holding up? I'm okay. I got a cake for you. Tammy claps excitedly. Yummy! I'll have to save some for Cal, too, she says. He really, really likes cake. And, well, anything you can eat, really. Well, then I'll give him one, too. There's Tangent. Tangent watches a stink roach skitter behind some nearby boxes, a look of intense disgust on her face. I hate it here, she spits, shuddering. Giant bugs, constant peril, climate. We were better off on the ship. She grimaces. Many humans carry the erroneous belief that we are great explorers, but I cannot see how that is true. It would be better if we could photosynthesize or breathe gases other than oxygen, or endure a greater range of temperatures. No, you see, all humans ever had going for us is that, until now, there have been more than enough of us to die idiotic deaths without making a dent in our overall reproductive fitness. Yeah, I guess so. Anemone? Anemone grabs you by the shoulders. Solanna, you gotta help me, she says urgently. Mom keeps talking about how we're all gonna have to start having babies, and she gets this look about her. I don't want to have any scungy babies. Anemone shudders with her whole body. Why'd I gotta be a girl anyways? I'm tougher and stronger than lots of boys. No one's telling them they gotta have babies. Yeah, so how about we show them we're strong and tough? You used to be able to go mano a mano with Anemone, but she's been training hard. You get your butt kicked all over the sports ball pitch. She leans over you while you're laying on the floor, completely gassed. You okay? She laughs. I didn't go too hard, right? Well, that was fun, at least. And Cal? You spot Cal kneeling in some dirt, digging up root vegetables and frowning. They're so small this year, he says, holding one up and examining it. Maybe there's just not enough nutrients in the soil. Is it something we're doing wrong? Well, I found some cake for you. Cal's eyes go wide. Wow, Solanna! This is my favorite thing on the whole planet! He makes grabby hands at the cake and takes a big huff of the pleasant sugary smell. As his eyes slip closed in sheer pleasure, "Wow, Solanna," he breathes, "you really are the best of the best. Here, you have a piece too. Let the icing melt in your mouth and let all your worries melt away with it." Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And that should give us some energy to work in the fields, maybe working on the dirt later. But first, Dees, you're outside. I'll check on my parents. Your dad is looking a little gaunt. There wasn't a lot of weight on him to lose in the first place, so the rationing is hitting him harder than most. He's still hard at work though. Nothing can keep your dad from getting things done. And I'll work hard too with you. And Mom. And she's working as hard as ever. This month, your mom has you and Cal digging out rice paddies. You put on mud waders that are way too big for you and stumble into the soggy muck. Cal starts nerding out about mud as he does. The ground is so soggy because the lower gravity means the water takes longer to seep down, he explains, pulling a big cloud of mud out of the ground and slopping it into the hoverlift. At least when it's raining, you don't have to use wheelbarrows. Everything is so swampy and warm on Vertumna. Not like the dry recycled air on the stratospheric. The wet ground makes the roots of our earth plants rot easier, so we need a ton of mushroom mulch or this kind of puffy lava rock kind of thing. He stops and rubs his face, smearing mud across his cheek. Maybe we can do that next. I'll smash it up into tiny bits with a hammer. It's nice to be outside with Cal, and he has some good ideas for helping geoponics. The tropical rain is never too cold, and Cal is great company. Just think about all the cool stuff that's out here, Cal exclaims. Who else gets to shape the planet and provide food for the colony? No one, that's who. This is the best. He keeps on digging and nattering on about cool bugs he finds in the mud. You goof off a little and have fun. Your antics eventually lead you to slipping, and suddenly you're up to your armpits in mud, laughing as it oozes down to your oversized waders. Well, at least even in this hard time, we're still able to have some fun and try to look to the bright side. That's really important, to be able to get through challenges, is trying to find any little bit you can to appreciate. Oh, okay. Yay! 34! Oh, that's right. I also wanted to see if there was possibly any other gear that would help us. +1 to challenges, I think probably is the best. So I guess we'll go look around and get back to work. Today's task is shoveling a pile of compost taller than your head into the back of the colony's biggest hoverlift. Then you're supposed to take it to one of the furthest fields. They're trying to go corn there. You stare from your little shove up to the massive pile of compost and sigh. This is going to take forever. This is going to be fun, Cal declares as he jogs up. He looks admiringly up at the towering dirt mound. He drops a small ball into his shovel and tosses it to you. Here, I made up a game to help us while we work. I call it Shovel Ball, and everybody wins. You climb up to the top of the pile, and you're going to dig down, while I dig up from the bottom. Between every shovel of dirt, you have to pass the ball to the other person, and we both score a point if they catch it. If you make 3 successful passes in a row, you have 10 seconds to swap positions. He rattles off a bunch of other random rules. You know he's probably making it up as he goes, but it sure beats shoveling in silence. Yeah, good to have some fun while we work, I guess. And I'll do 2. Oh wow. Okay. Card to become... Oh, only if it's a strength card. Well, maybe I can still do that? No. 4, 5, 6. Help. I wonder how much more will that really give me if I use up both of those? I mean, I need 44. I mean, I guess it's worth a try? Oh, bobber fruit. That's still not enough. That'll make that one 4. That'll make this one 4. And 25 isn't that bad. This game is so breathtakingly stupid, and you actually kind of love it. Before you know it, the compost heap is all shoveled up and loaded onto the hover lift. Cal's careful never to say which of you is better at shovel ball. It's a cooperative game, after all. He's just happy he gets to spend the afternoon playing games. Oh. Well, I'm glad we were able to have fun. And maybe we can play another game, shoveling dirt, next time.